It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Motion from the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? You get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road. Make your statement here today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll ride Davis here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turning it on. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, goal. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The offense will have to use its first timeout in the half.
It's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out, were able to scoop it, score? That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Rowe. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Grabbed behind the line. It's Grove. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Boise State is just getting blown off the field right now on that Smurf turf. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Makes the grab close to the logo. And there he goes. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got an open man. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Pringle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clemson jumps to the line. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Davidson. Pulled down for the tackle.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Try to get it to the edge. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Here's the handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
The Tigers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The run from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Gibson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Gets it out quickly. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Grove. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Good completion on the out. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wants to throw again. Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Leaves it with the back. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They got it at the 30. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Applewhite. Got a man, it's Yoder. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. 3rd down play from the gun. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So,
there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
That's reeled in. It's Hamilton. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Clemson is quick to the line. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads to the right. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's going to go out of bounds short of the line to gain.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Handoff to the lone back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Applewhite. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I think receivers really separate themselves with body control to be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
He leaves it with his back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got his man to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Puts it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And first down for the offense.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Turning it on! And they're able to make the tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They want to throw it. He makes the grab. He couldn't find anywhere. And now it's fourth down. The Noles want to move quickly. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires to the right. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Yoder. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
A lot of guys on defense playing really well with their eyes right now. They were not fooled by that jet sweep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Applewhite. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the big throw. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Bunch formation for these receivers. Unloads quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Going to sling it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on. Second, there is a flag on the field. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, still going. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Throwing on the run. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Yeah, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.